what I've learnt and I've observed is that you you started talking before about, do unto others or how they like to receive things. I learnt the whole do unto others as you have done unto yourself. And my wife and I
Yeah,
do that a lot. She'd buy me presents, good quality
yeah,
ties and shirts as an example, and I may not
mm,
necessarily receive them because her love language was gifts. Mine wasn't.
yeah,
So mine was
yeah,
acts of service. So I would prefer that she actually make me dinner, not buy me a tie. So
yeah,
I've learnt now it's, do unto others as they'd have done unto themselves. So it's
yeah,
all about learning, putting yourself in the other people's shoes. What would they want? Not, geez, I really like getting gifts, so I'm going to give people gifts, because that doesn't work. Or making dinner is not
yeah,
important to me. If someone made me dinner, it wouldn't matter, so I'm not going to do it
yeah,
for other people. That sort of scenario.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, it makes sense. And listeners, as you're listening to Michael speak, he did mention the love language. It's a great book to read. When we're talking about sales success here, and we're talking about ways on being successful in sales, and the book called Love Language is a great book to read on how people accept gifts and how you receive gifts yourself. So, for instance, in my case, what Michael has said is, I like service, somebody to look after me, and more importantly, I like words of affirmation. So if somebody says to me, oh, Anoop, you're really good at that, I really enjoy that type of gift. Whereas my wife likes gifts, like Michael's wife, and which I think a lot of women do. So I need to learn to buy more gifts. So it's a great book to read. It's also a good book to read from a relationship standpoint, but then also bringing it into sort of a sales environment and understanding how people receive, I guess, communication and give communication as well.
And how you can
And that,
incentivise, you talk it from a crude sales point of view, how you incentivise your staff. A pat on the back for
exactly.
one staff member is probably worth as much as a new tie to another staff member.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. I mean, and talking about that, Michael, is what have you guys implemented in your organization as around that? From, we're now hearing that bonuses alone don't work for salespeople to drive them. There's got to be something a bit more. And how are you guys engaging this?
Yeah, another interesting question. It's an individual, I suppose, and speaking openly, I don't have different remuneration structures per staff member in the advertising business, but I have different ways that I engage each staff member in the business. So
Yeah,
some need to be told they're awesome, some don't, but they just need a pat on the back as you walk past. Others need a card with it written in there. Others, I'm probably digging a hole for myself of all the things I should be doing, but there's just receiving it in different ways. So others, it's like, yeah, I'm just here for the cash, and they actually are, and that's perfectly okay too. It just saves you, if you look at it from uh, I suppose, an owner's point of view, you can almost say it saves you money investing
mm,
time or money in something that isn't going to be received well, or it's going to be, like you said, a business might put in, oh, we've raised your commissions 2%, and the staff go, oh yeah, whatever, because all they want is the CEO actually to come out of the ivory tower and come down and say, geez, you guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate what you do. Let's have a beer while we sit on the desk, and
yeah.
I actually know your guys' names, that sort of stuff.